Jana Duggar has been living happily with her husband, Stephen Wisman. The 34-year-old is currently sharing their wedding journey on YouTube. She has also been uploading videos from their fixer-upper project. But amid all her vlogs, some Redditors noticed the unusual absence of Jana's best friend. Jana recently uploaded the first part of her wedding video with Stephen. The 18-minute video featured behind the scenes before the ceremony. It was revealed that Josie Bates-Balkad did Jana's wedding makeup. The Counting on alum also had an emotional moment with her dad, Jim Bob, who told her that she was as beautiful as her mom back in the day. Stephen and his groomsmen also had a fun time before the wedding. By the end of the video, a scene of Jana entering the door and walking down the aisle was shown, implying that the next vlog will feature the couple's vow exchange. Some Counting on fans on Reddit discussed the unusual absence of Jana Duggar's best friend, Laura Dimasi, after all the content she had shared on social media and YouTube. Many fans have seen the two hang out often, and even thought she would be one of Jana's bridesmaids. Laura was at Jana and Stephen's wedding, but many Reddit users still wonder if something happened between them. Laura is no longer active on social media. Many of her last posts were from 2023. Some of them were her trips with Jana, including their trip to Rome in February 2023. Some commenters even speculate that the reason for their sudden distance from one another was the rumor about them being secretly a couple. Laura Dimasi, professional cult member, professional wedding planner to Jana's nuptials, so they could have 3 under 3. On Insta under Maisie Space, and she is a topic of many posts here on Reddit, albeit most look to be old. I think Jana was embarrassed by the gossip that they were more than friends and distanced herself. So much of her life has been about what will play well with the fans. I think it was more Boob who was embarrassed by the rumors than Jana was, and made Jana distance herself from Laura. Basically, he got in between their friendship. The friendship definitely cooled off in recent years. For a while they were seemingly BFS, and I believe would even travel places together. Normally unremarkable, but slightly daring in fundy circles for unmarried women to go off on adventures together. I really hope they drifted naturally, and not because people were saying they were together. I had that happen a few times in life. I am gay, but they weren't friends I was romantically interested in, and I still grieve those totally unnecessary losses caused by people teasing about it. It's not something to tease about in general, let alone in a cult like theirs. Jana Duggar shared clips and pictures from the Duggar family's Christmas party. Most of the Counting on alums were in attendance, including Jill, who's currently navigating her strained relationship with her parents. Some relatives and friends were also at the big house, but it seems Laura wasn't with them this time. Many family members have kept their distance from the online world since Josh Duggar's CSAM arrest in April 2021, which may also be the reason why Jana's best friend is shying away. Katie Duggar has been embracing every moment of her pregnancy. The 25-year-old mom has been documenting every moment about her upcoming twin babies. She and Jed are currently expecting twin daughters, and many are excited about their growing family. Katie is expected to welcome her twins next year, and some Redditors think her babies will come sooner. One of Katie's major activities with Jed, amid her pregnancy, was their baby moon trip to Cancun, Mexico. The Counting on alums stayed at a beautiful hotel next to a beach. Many were glad Jed was spoiling his wife amid her pregnancy with twins. Katie has also shared photos and clips of herself throughout the holidays. One of them was when she uploaded an adorable clip with her son walking on the street together. According to Katie, she just found her perfect walking partner who can keep up with her pace. Some Redditors react to Katie Duggar's new updates on her Amazon baby registry. According to the poster, the Counting on alum changed her due date to January 19th. However, the OP thinks Katie may give birth sooner than that. Many of Katie's items for her twins are bundled clothes that would benefit her twins. Many commenters are still puzzled that Katie is still looking for so much clothes, and nobody from the family seemed to give her hand-me-downs. You're telling me in a family this big with so many kids, there are no intact hand-me-downs to give or lend? Why not just buy used and save the difference? Baby registry for babies 3 and 4, and it's all clothes. I didn't have a registry for baby 2, and she was a different gender. I guess the grift never truly stops. Gotta have the matchy-matchy twin outfits for the social media engagement. Jana Duggar also shared a beautiful photo with Jed and their kids. The Counting on alum wore a black dress for the holidays. It was also their last Christmas as a family of 4. Meanwhile, Jed also celebrated his birthday with his twin, Jeremiah. He also shared throwback photos with his brother, saying, "Happy birthday to my twin Jer. Thanks for always being there for me. Even though you're the younger twin, I look up to you in many ways." In the last decade, Bob and Michelle Duggar's children have undoubtedly made something of a career out of reality TV stardom. But at what cost? Their entire identities. At this point, if you know anything about the famous family, you know that females are treated like property in their patriarchal lifestyle. Sorry if it sounds rough to say it that bluntly, but it's accurate. Their father controls everything about their lives until they get married. At that point, their husbands take over. Fortunately, at least in certain cases, Jinger Duggar marrying Jeremy Volo, their husbands have been a bit less restrictive. Nevertheless, the Duggar girls have been taught from the get-go that their primary purpose in life is to wed and reproduce. You can count out any dreams of having a career, in other words, no matter what natural skills, abilities, and aspirations you have. As Bob and Michelle reach a dozen grandkids, it's hard not to wonder what might have been for the young women they raised. In a world where he didn't control them, and they could actually pursue education, vocation, and inspiration, so much could be possible. Jill Duggar, for example, would almost surely have entered the medical profession, with a specialty in maternity and childbirth. She is, or was, a certified midwife, having received certification from the North American Registry of Midwives back in 2015. Whether Jill Duggar is really a midwife paid under the table or faked her certification has been debated, but therein lies the point. If she had the freedom to explore this in earnest, rather than being shackled to that homophobe Derek Dillard, who knows? She could have been a nurse, like Abby Grace Burnett, John David Duggar's fiancée, or a certified nurse midwife, or both. Of course, that requires years of training, a bachelor's degree, work experience, and fellowships, which she's not allowed to pursue. While not as stifled as her older sister, Jinger Duggar's interest in photography could have turned into a full-fledged career as well. Remember Jill and Jessa's engagement photos, Josiah's graduation, countless other family moments? Yeah, she took all those. With her name and her talent, she could go places. Jana Duggar, meanwhile, is a natural fit as a stylist and model because of her striking natural beauty as well as her interest in it. Case in point, rather than going to the salon, they opted to get their hair done and cut at home, with Jessa doing the honors. Jessa stays on top of her appearance despite the family's strict rules and restrictions about what's too tempting and the like. Growing up in an environment that limits access to internet makeup and hair tutorials did little to quell her interest in those topics. At the same time, she's become the standard bearer for Michelle Duggar's conservative style, full-length dresses and all. See where we're going with this? A fashion line for women interested in looking their best in keeping with similar values. If there's anyone who can rock a maternity top or swimsuit that reveals nothing at all yet still looks hot, it's Mrs. Sewald. Jana Duggar would make a fine real estate agent or house flipper, given the skills and history on both sides of her family. Bob has long made money in real estate, while her husband Austin Forsyth has considerable experience flipping homes. In fact, During his courtship with Fair Joy, Austin was told by his father that he couldn't propose until he flipped 5 houses. That's just the strangest thing we've ever heard, but the fact that it's something of a family business, plus Joy's reputation as a quick learner who's not afraid to get her hands dirty. Joy would be a natural, much like the eldest daughter of them all. Cinderella herself seems to be at any task you can throw at her. Oh, Jana. Poor, sweet Jana. The oldest daughter of Jim Bob and Michelle is 28 and still lives at home, a frequent topic of discussion and dismay among fans. Many card-carrying members of Duggar Nation believe Jana is trapped and forced to be Michelle's nanny, cook, servant, and more. Jessa has another theory on why Jana is still single. She's so good at everything, guys don't know what to do with themselves. Seriously, she thinks that guys don't want to date her because they have no skills that she doesn't, and therefore no self-worth. That's possibly even weirder than Austin's pre-engagement house-flipping quota, but there's little doubt that Jana does do it all. Whether it's baking bread, fixing a shower head, playing the piano, working in the garden, or designing home interiors, she's on it. So many career choices, so little time to pursue them, while being forced to take care of Michelle Duggar's giant home and brood. In closing, free Jana. Jinger Duggar, Vuolo's baby girl is getting big. On Friday, the 24-year-old TLC star shared a sweet photo of her daughter, Felicity Nicole Vuolo, who recently turned 2 months. She's 2 months already. Time flies, the new mom captioned the image. In the Instagram, little Felicity can be seen lying on a blanket dressed in a floral onesie paired with a baby turban. The adorable shot comes just days after Jinger's husband Jeremy Vuolo shared his own sweet photo of their daughter on Instagram. Mondays, Jeremy, 31, captioned the snap, which shows Felicity staring directly into the camera wearing a pink headband with a flower on top. The couple welcomed Felicity, their first child, on July 19. She weighed 8 ounces and 3 ounces. In a recent Counting On episode, Jinger and Jeremy opened up about why they decided to go with a birthing center rather than a home delivery after visiting a birthing center in San Antonio, where they met with their midwife, Elisa. A birth center is, we like to say, the step down between hospital and home. What we provide here at the birth center is a home-like setting, but the really nice thing is the proximity to the hospital, Elisa explained to the couple. Despite the fact that her mother and some of her sisters had home births, Jinger admitted she didn't feel comfortable with it for herself. My mom and quite a few of my sisters have done home births, and for me, I don't feel comfortable with it. I think I feel safer being in a birth center where they have a lot more things that you would need for care, and also being closer to a really good hospital, Jinger explained. Jeremy also chimed in, saying, one of the factors for why we chose a birthing center, and specifically the one we chose, is because it is literally a minute away from multiple hospitals, a children's hospital and 2 others. And so if there's any complications whatsoever, we've pretty much got immediate care. Following Felicity's birth, Jeremy told People, God is so kind. Both mom and baby are healthy, doing great, and resting well. We are very thankful for her safe arrival and look forward to life as parents. With almost all of the older Duggar girls married, out of the house and birthin' babies, it's time to bring in some of the family's younger blessings to help add to the family's bottom line. The Duggar family announced on Tuesday that its 4 youngest daughters, Johanna, Jennifer, Jordan, and Josie, as well as their oldest granddaughter Mackenzie, are releasing an album of religious tunes. The singing group, called the Duggar Girls, which is applicable since Mackenzie is Josh Duggar's daughter and therefore carries the Duggar last name, sing 10 songs on the album, called Happy Hearts. We are so excited to announce Happy Heart CD, the Duggars posted on their Facebook page. The younger girls have worked so hard on this, and we love the results. We pray that it would encourage and bless you. Years ago, the 4 eldest Duggar gals, Jana, Jill, Jessa, and Jinger, released a book about growing up Duggar. Since then, though, Jill, Jessa, and Jinger have all gotten married and become mothers, so they most likely don't have time to continue to churn out products. Luckily though, the Duggars have no shortage of children that they can use for various projects. Only Joanna has escaped doing any of these group projects. If you're a fan of the older Duggar girls, the Duggar family insists that you'll like the younger Duggar girls. We've always said that the 4 youngest Duggar girls' personalities are like the 4 oldest girls on repeat. Everyone has a twin. Jana/Johanna, Jill/Jennifer, Jinger/Jordan, and Jessa/Josie, the CD's website states. The sisters and Mackenzie, who is technically their niece, sing religious tunes such as Jesus Loves Me and the appropriately titled Little Blessings, in addition to the Star-Spangled Banner. If you'd like to order the Duggar Girls' new CD, you can do so using the link below. Watch Josie record one of the album's tracks in the video below.